The movie begins with a chilling legend passed down through centuries, a secret history buried beneath the sands of Egypt. Thousands of years ago, mysterious beings known as the Cyrus descended from the sky, gifting humanity knowledge of astronomy, architecture, and advanced culture. But their generosity came with a terrifying price. They wanted absolute rule over Earth. When the god of light and a guardian named Hero foresaw the destruction this would bring, they acted swiftly. A celestial alignment of stars once opened a pathway through the Great Pyramid, allowing the Cyrus to return. To stop this, Hero hid the divine light that powered the gateway and imprisoned the Cyrus worshippers deep within the pyramid, sealing fate itself behind stone and myth. Yet not all the worshippers were captured. A powerful queen named Ava Amonpour escaped the purge, carrying within her the last bloodline connected to the Cyrus. She gave birth to a child in secrecy, handing the infant to a stranger with a desperate command to flee far away, to hide the lineage from the world. Moments later, Ava Amonpour was killed, her body later entombed within the pyramid as a warning and a lock. The ancient king opposing the Cyrus sealed the pyramid's inner door with a mystical device known as the Key of Heaven, ensuring that only a descendant of the Cyrus could ever open the final gate when the stars aligned again. Centuries pass, and the legend fades into obscurity, dismissed as myth. In the modern era, an ambitious archaeologist named Mastaton becomes obsessed with these forbidden stories. He believes the celestial alignment is about to occur again, and that the Key of Heaven must be found before that moment arrives. Time is running out. As he prepares for a major expedition, the artifact he carries, an ancient staff, draws dangerous attention. While distracted, Mastaton's staff is stolen and passed into the hands of a ruthless man named Peter, whose greed and violence know no limits. Peter takes the staff to an old antiquities shop where he demands the Key of Heaven in exchange for money. When the shopkeeper hesitates, Peter reveals the true nature of the staff, activating a hidden blade that slides out with deadly precision. Without mercy, Peter kills the shopkeeper and escapes with both the key and the cash. The murder sets off a chain reaction that Mastaton cannot escape. When he arrives at the shop and discovers the body, he knows the mission has already gone wrong. Soon after, Peter contacts Mastaton with a chilling ultimatum. He claims Mastaton's fingerprints are on the weapon and threatens to hand it to the police unless he is included in the expedition. Trapped by blackmail and his own obsession, Mastaton reluctantly agrees. Desperate for reassurance, he seeks out a clairvoyant woman named Claire, asking if his mission will succeed. Claire sees disturbing visions, sleeping beings awakening, blood, death, and Mastaton himself in terrible danger. But fear stops her from revealing the full truth. Mastaton then reconnects with an old friend, a respected professor, who reveals astonishing news. Violent desert winds have uncovered a massive structure long thought impossible, a buried pyramid emerging from the sands. Mastaton is ecstatic. This is the proof he's been waiting for. Preparations move quickly, but fate intervenes when the professor's health suddenly deteriorates. His assistant Adler, a capable but underestimated scholar, is forced to step in and take responsibility for the mission, despite his doubts. Meanwhile, Mastaton calls his estranged daughter Sarah from London, summoning her to Egypt. Sarah arrives with unresolved grief, still haunted by her mother's mysterious death years earlier. When she learns the professor is ill and Adler will replace him, she lashes out, doubting Adler's competence. Her harsh words cut deeply, but Mastaton later insists she apologize. Eventually, Adler returns, and the fractured team is assembled, each member carrying personal motives and unspoken fears into the desert. The expedition grows larger, joined by Rohit, a brilliant archaeologist from India with deep knowledge of ancient mathematics, along with local guides Shahid and armed soldiers. They reach the pyramid just as the stars draw closer to alignment. Tension fills the air as ancient prophecy collides with modern ambition. Everyone senses that once they enter, there may be no turning back, but curiosity and greed overpower caution. As the moment arrives, Adler reads a chilling warning carved into stone. Once inside, escape is impossible, and only descendants of the Cyrus will survive. Mastaton dismisses the warning entirely, ordering the soldiers to break through the sealed gate. One by one, they descend into the darkness. Inside, they encounter another sealed passage, evidence that those who built the pyramid sacrificed themselves to keep what lay beyond forever trapped. Deeper within, they disturb massive hornet hives lining the walls. Against Adler's warnings, Mastaton orders the hives destroyed. Chaos erupts as swarms attack mercilessly. In the panic, one soldier is overwhelmed and killed, his screams echoing through the stone corridors. Flamethrowers finally clear a path, but the group realizes the pyramid is already claiming lives. As they proceed, Mastaton urges caution, but greed strikes again. Peter notices a small golden statue and takes it, triggering a massive stone door that crashes down, crushing a soldier instantly. Horrified, Peter returns the statue, and the door slowly rises again. The pyramid responds to every act of greed with lethal precision, testing their worth with unforgiving judgment. They soon reach a chamber filled with floor tiles arranged in a deadly pattern. Rohit calculates the path, stepping carefully, but one mistake nearly triggers disaster. Adler realizes the puzzle predates the invention of Zero, correcting the sequence just in time. Together, they survive the trap, finding an engraved stone that hides a stairway leading deeper into the pyramid's heart. Below, they discover a breathtaking chamber housing the coffin of Queen Ava Amonpour. In a shocking display of disrespect, Mastaton removes her body and casts it aside, declaring he wants neither gold nor relics, only the temple temple of the Cyrus. He places the key of heaven where the coffin once rested, and a hidden passage opens. Fear grips Sarah, but Adler comforts her, and she steps forward into the unknown. Tension escalates when Peter, driven by rage, triggers another mechanism, sealing doors and splitting the group into separate paths. In the darkness, something unseen attacks, killing another soldier without warning. Panic spreads as the group slowly reunites, discovering ancient mummies, the legendary killers of the Cyrus, preserved as guardians of destruction. Claire reveals the horrifying truth. When the blood of a Cyrus descendant touches the temple during star alignment, the mummies will awaken and cleanse the world of all who do not worship the Cyrus. Moments later, one mummy attacks Sarah, nearly killing her before the group drives it back with gunfire that proves disturbingly ineffective. Shahid is brutally killed as the mummy demonstrates its unstoppable strength. Desperate, Sarah finds a door that can only open briefly. As it closes, chaos erupts. Rohit is thrown through at the last second, Peter narrowly escapes, and the door seals behind them. Silence follows, broken only by their heavy breathing and fear. They finally reach the temple of the Cyrus. Adler reads the final inscription. Only a true descendant may enter first, or the entire structure will collapse. Mastaton reveals the truth he's hidden all along. Sarah's mother was a descendant of the Cyrus. That is why Sarah was summoned. Trembling, she steps forward, and a blinding light floods the chamber. As the light grows stronger, a mummy advances. The group seals themselves inside the temple, witnessing a structure that resembles an immense energy generator. The truth becomes clear. This is not a tomb, but a machine designed to summon gods. Mastaton restrains Sarah, tying her down as the stars reach perfect alignment. Mastaton reveals his true allegiance. He believes the Cyrus are humanity's rightful rulers, and that those who serve them will become gods. He cuts Sarah, allowing her blood to touch the temple floor. Energy surges through the chamber, awakening the mummies one by one as ancient power floods the pyramid. Adler rushes to save Sarah, but Mastaton fires. Rohit jumps in front of the bullet, sacrificing his life. As Rohit dies, Sarah confronts her father, demanding the truth about her mother. Mastaton coldly admits he killed her when she refused to support the ritual. Sarah's world shatters in that moment. With rage and grief fueling her, Sarah grabs a gun and shoots Mastaton dead, fulfilling Claire's earlier vision. The ritual collapses instantly. The temple begins to shake violently as the pyramid starts to self-destruct, rejecting the corrupted attempt to resurrect the Cyrus. Alarms of stone and dust roar as survivors flee through collapsing corridors. Walls crumble, ceilings fall, and ancient passages erase themselves behind them. Every step becomes a race against annihilation as the pyramid consumes its own secrets. After a brutal escape, the survivors burst into daylight as the pyramid collapses behind them, burying the temple of the Cyrus forever. Exhausted and traumatized, they collapse into the sand, realizing how close humanity came to extinction because of obsession and blind belief. Moments later, the professor arrives, having followed the expedition's trail. He listens in disbelief as the survivors recount the nightmare hidden beneath the sands. Claire quietly tells him that death inside the pyramid is never truly the end. As the wind howls, a lone hornet emerges from the ruins, a subtle reminder that not everything was destroyed. Some ancient evils never truly die, they wait. The survivors leave the desert forever changed and haunted by what they witnessed. If you were standing in Sarah's place, knowing your blood could awaken gods or doom the world, what choice would you have made? Let me know your answer in the comments. If you enjoyed this intense movie recap, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell to be the first to catch more epic stories, share your thoughts below, and keep watching for more unforgettable recaps right here.